We created a new persona called Talewind Thom, T-A-L-E, Wind Thom. He focuses on teaching through stories.
You got something new?
That's a fantastic question, and one every pilot needs to know the answer to, because that blue juice is a lot more than just fuel. It's a critical safety barrier. The technical reason is straightforward. The blue is a mandatory dye used to differentiate 100-octane low-lead aviation gasoline, 100 LL, from every other type of fuel out there. But let me tell you why that distinction matters so much. There I was, flying multi-engine training in Arizona, a long time ago, with a student who was sharp but had a bad case of get-there-itis. We pulled up to the pumps, and he was eager to get the pre-flight done fast. He was checking the oil and tires, but he skipped the most important step, sumping the fuel tanks and checking the color. The FBO we used was right next to the corporate ramp, and they had one truck that serviced everything. Piston singles, jets, and our multi. On this particular morning, a new attendant had just finished servicing a Learjet with Jet A, which is usually a clear or straw color. When he went to top off our plane with the blue 100 LL, he didn't properly flush the line. My student signed the receipt and was ready to jump in. I stopped him, pulled out the fuel sampler, and drained a little out of the wing sump. Instead of the deep, uniform blue, the sample was a weird, greenish hazy color. It was contaminated. The small amount of Jet A residue left in the line would have been undetectable if the fuel was clear, but because 100 LL is dyed a vivid blue, the slightest contamination from the clear jet fuel immediately changes the tint, making the issue impossible to miss. If we had taken off with that mix, we would have suffered a catastrophic engine failure, likely before we even cleared the runway environment. Jet fuel burns too slow and cool for a high-compression piston engine, leading to terrible detonation and engine destruction in moments. The lesson: the blue color is the visual fail-safe, mandated by regulations, to ensure that what goes into your high-compression piston engine is exactly what the manufacturer designed it to run on. You always sump your tanks before the first flight of the day, and you check for two things: water, which settles to the bottom, and the correct blue color. If it's green, clear, red, or any shade other than a clear, clean blue, do not fly. That dye saves lives by preventing misfooling. It's the simplest and most crucial step in your pre-flight safety check.
So good job, Talewind Thom. And now we're going to change your voice to the high-quality voice. Ace's voice is going enable neural voice. There we go. And we'll ask Talewind Thom another question and see what type of story he tells us. How close can I fly to a thunderstorm?
That, my friend, is one of the most critical safety questions you will ever ask as a pilot. How close is too close? The short answer is much, much farther than you think. Let me tell you about a little trip I took years ago, back when I was still flying cargo, trying to make my hours.